Hey yo, Tavern Terra, welcome back to the show. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Click that bell button somewhere on this page. Is somewhere probably right here or right here. Wherever David decides to put it, that's where it is. But make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend that tells a friend, you know what I mean? And we gonna get it popping. Let's get into the show. You feel me? Let's go.
Yeah, good looking out there. Yeah, ha, it's Flav, you heard? It's Flav. Check it, I had to get what I earned. It's my turn. Welcome to the show. It's Trenton's Tavern. Yeah, ha, that's how we doing it. Welcome to the show, y'all. Enjoy.
I don't want to hear nothing about them.
I want to. This is something that's not on the list, but I feel it needs to be talked about because. So, for whatever reason here lately, and I'm curious to see your take because I do know that you're a big fan of this person, Chris Brown. Chris Brown, to a degree, on some shit, wants to be left the fuck alone. So Blueface. This started with Blueface making a comment because I guess Chris Brown had made some type of post comparing the two. Blueface's response was, "You basically beat up the wrong bitch," and not only was it Blueface, it was Blueface and this other girl. I can't. Where is she at? I think I sent it to you.
The chick from 3LW.
Is that who that is?
That's exactly who that is.
Okay. Here's what Chris Brown had to say. And I'm kind of feeling it to a degree because, and actually, this is actually an interesting topic. Basically, it says, y'all still hate me for a mistake I made as a 17-year-old. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. If y'all still hate me for a mistake I made as a 17-year-old, please kiss my whole entire ass. I'm fucking 33 years old and I'm so tired of y'all running with this narrative. You weird ass niggas are the same ones that tune in every week to see Blueface and Krishan.
Which is true.
Hope I said her name right. Blueface and Krishan beat the shit out of each other in front of the world, but that's okay. It's entertainment when they do it. Y'all can suck my dick disrespectfully. Where is the cancel culture with the... I love where he went with this one. Where is the cancel culture with those white artists that date underage women, beat the fuck out of their wives, giving bitches AIDS? Oh, that's right. They're your buddies. Yep. No more fake love from me. Stay out my way or get ran over. Simple as that. None of you, and I mean none of you niggas, can fuck with me.
This is absolutely true.
And
I agree 100%.
I kinda, and in case you're wondering, some of the white celebrities he's talking about who have been, I won't say convicted, but have a history of domestic violence, and some of these are people I actually like, actors and whatnot. But Sean Penn, Mel Gibson, Charlie Sheen was out here having unprotected sex, knowing he had AIDS, HIV.
Yep.
Steven Seagal beat up, who's been married multiple times. He done laid hands on a couple of his women. My dog, Nicolas Cage. He's got some domestic violence charges. Even old ass Ozzy Osbourne. Tommy Lee, famous rock guitar player that was married to Pamela Anderson, had the sex tape.
Yep.
Your boy Slash from Guns N' Roses has a domestic violence. President of the UFC now, even though that just looked like a fight between husband and wife, and if I remember right, I think she hit him first, but doesn't matter. He's there. So I do find it funny. Now, I don't advocate domestic violence. I do not have a problem with a man defending himself. The situation that happened with Chris Brown and Rihanna, that was 17 years ago. He was 17 years old. at a certain point, my thing is this. If Riri has forgiven and moved on, the rest of y'all should too. He's paid his price for that. At a certain point, let this go. Because for some reason, you guys, certain people, and some of it is our own people. Because the girl, let me pull it back up. Who'd you say the girl was?
It was the chick from 3LW. She was mad at him for the way that she was mad at him because the new Chloe Bailey song that he's with. She didn't like the poster because they like holding each other. You know what I mean? Like it looked like they like dancing and they real close. And she just like, but y'all continue to forget that Chris Brown beats on women, but he just continues to sneak his way into the top 10 because he'll get on a black woman's ballot or a black woman's merit, and then it's okay because he's with a black woman and y'all just forget. And then he just went off saying whatever he was saying after that.
Yeah, because she, her comment was, let me find it. Let him come out with his own record, which he just did. Let him come out with his own record, so genius, so captivating that it makes us all forget he beats women. He can't, so he won't. So what does he do? He slowly creeps back into the mainstream by getting small nods for features on black women's merit. Black women who are more talented, more worthy, but give him the okay. I'm swatting the
fucking air.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm swatting the fucking air right now. Garbage.
Mad as hell.
His response, and I'm okay with it.
Mad as hell.
Obviously, you are Chris Brown's response to, I think, her Kylie Williams. I guess that's how you say it. Is that what that's supposed to be? Kiely?
Yeah, whatever.
Kylie Kelly. Obviously, you are at a point in your life where you are at a point in your life where either way you're either broke or broken. The fact you think you have to speak negatively about me makes you look lame. Your life and career must suck right now. Minding your business would have been the best bet, but I guess you don't have a business or a real job that makes you financially stable. I feel more embarrassed for you and your actual maturity. There's a hit of pettiness there, but I fucking love it.
But here's my thing, bro. Like, just like you were saying,
like at a certain point, I don't remember if he went to. He's paid what he owes.
He's done.
When it comes to this,
it's over with.
He can't deny that it happened. When he's asked about it, he never runs away from it. Like at a certain point,
it's over with.
Let this go.
Let it go. It's over with.
Now, if he was doing this to multiple bitches,
exactly, it's over with.
I don't think there was no stories about him ever hitting Karrueche.
Nobody
or
no domestic nothing ever again.
Let this
it's over with, and that's what I don't understand. Just like you were saying with the kids thing, if you don't have kids, you know what I mean. Now, she has been in the music industry, but she was never close to Chris Brown's talent. She was never close to his popularity, the level he's on musically. So she can't. Why are you speaking on that? Stay in your lane, my nigga. Like, there's no point for you to even bring that up. And if Chloe Bailey is on the song, she obviously don't got a problem with it either. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why, like you said, we are our own worst enemy. There's two black people, but then when he say he like a certain type of women, he only like light-skinned women with good hair, then they want to condemn him for that. You know what I mean? Like, but then he tries to do something good. He tries to be on a record with a female artist or something, and then he gets this type of stuff. So it's like, damned if he do, damned if he don't. And I'm a Chris Brown stan. You know what I mean? That's my man. That I am. And if he was wrong in a situation, I'm definitely going to say he was wrong.
And he was wrong in that one.
He was wrong in that one. You know what I mean? Like, now, who knows the story? Nobody technically knows what happened. But the story was, he found out that Rihanna gave him something. They argued about it in the car. She hit him. He hit her back. And that's how that happened. That's how they end up crashing. That's the story I heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
Either way,
he shouldn't have hit her.
Either way, I don't care.
Yeah, it don't matter.
He's paid.
But it's over. They were kids.
17 years ago.
They were kids. Now this is completely different than what we was just talking about with Little Duval. He was 34 years old when he was saying this stuff.
Let's get off of that because I want to. I think he brought up some real good points. I want to address real quick because he's right in that aspect. You're holding on to something that happened to him 17 years ago, but he's right because he's right, and he's right though. About the Blueface thing, you put them motherfuckers on TV, and they do.
Yeah.
She didn't hit him, busted that man.
With Hennessy bottles and all types of stuff. And not only that, dog. Like, not only that, but they have, they give them that show, but, like...
Ain't been no charges.
On neither one of them?
No. But he brings up a point. It's like, it's funny. That's a current situation that's going on right now. Like literally going on right now in the world.
Yeah.
They have a TV show.
Yeah, they do.
But
they do.
That's okay.
Yeah, they do. And
again, like he said, something he did 17 years ago, you got motherfucker. The reason they took him out of the Grammy performance. They was going to do the tribute. I don't know if it was the Grammys or the AMAs.
Yeah.
They was going to do the tribute to Michael Jackson. And one of the comments was they didn't want to look like they was tributing a quote unquote alleged pedophile with a domestic abuse. It's like at a certain fucking point, man. Like, can we let this go?
They're never going to let it go, though. That's the thing. They've been condemning him and talking about that. And they was even saying... It was
like, but see, that's my whole thing. This is not like some R. Kelly shit where you have a repeated pattern or years of shit.
Right. It was
an isolated incident.
Yeah, one incident.
He lost a little bit. He had to build himself back up. He's like, God damn, can we stop?
They was saying that was even affecting his album sales, though.
And I'm sure at one time it was.
Even now, like his last album, they were saying that was affecting it.
It still went platinum, though, didn't it?
Probably.
I mean, but at a certain point, can we like?
They're never gonna let it go, though.
And like you said, you want to cancel him, but you got them two ignorant people doing what they do, and then like I said, you got other people.
And they blatant with it too. Like you can see incidents on camera of them hitting each other.
You got other people like they said on that list, Sean Penn, the shit, Charlie shit, like all this other shit. Ain't no cancel culture for them. Like this shit is getting
Alright, so yeah, that's how we feel about Chris Brown in that situation. That was a little caveat, you know what I mean? Caveat, I should say.
Like you said, let the boy live.
Yeah, let him live. It's 17 years ago. Just let my man do what he do.
He's a 34-year-old man with kids now.
He is, to me, to be completely honest, to me, he is the GOAT of our generation in R&B. In my generation, he is my generation.
I can't put him there yet.
Who else would you put there? In mine, he's like 33. I'm 34. So, who's better than him R&B wise in that age range?
Oh, in his age range?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a different question. Okay. Probably in his age range, probably nobody.
Nobody.
But no, it's just.
Nobody.
I can't put him as a go-to R&B.
One of them.
Okay.
Definitely one.
Okay.
But yeah,
he's up there.
Let my man live. You know what I mean? Like so. In the wake of that,
you're just saying like goat in general, like
nah.
Because he even said himself
he can't beat Mike.
He said he'll never beat Mike.
Yeah, he can't. He ain't over.
He said he's nowhere near there.
He's not over Mike. But yeah. So that's that. How did you feel about, since we still on the topic with famous people, how did you feel about the whole Adrian Peterson thing and the Damar Hamlin jacket and
listen,
whatnot?
I personally, I don't. First of all, I don't claim to be a Christian. I don't claim to be not a Christian either. I don't do the whole church thing. Because to me, church is an institution. It's ran by men. My faith has always been in the eternal, so that's where I'm at with that. That being said, I didn't have a problem with the jacket. Like I said, I could barely tell what the fuck the picture was. He had to explain it to me.
Yeah.
And of course, the world we live in now, he's doing. First of all, if I was Damar, I wouldn't have apologized. That's just me. Second, again, I didn't have a problem.
He did apologize too.
Yeah,
he did come out and apologize.
Second, like I said, I didn't have a problem with it. Third, to me, Adrian Peterson is a fucking hypocrite. I hate when people who really kind of ain't living the Christian life, when somebody else does something they think it's against, they want to speak on it, because if you was living the Christian life, you wouldn't have. I think he's got like 6 baby mamas. Shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
And you had a little. You got a little child abuse charge because of the way you beat the shit out of your son. Like, you beat the shit out of he wasn't an infant, but I think a top.
Yeah, he was
like, bro. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And then now we live in a scenario, because you touched on a point, and considering Adrian Peterson's age, he's not as old as me, but he ain't as young as you either. Considering his age, I feel it would have been easier for you just to pick up the phone and talk to him. But you have to understand, you don't have to, but social media is where people air out grievances now.
Correct.
Especially famous people. No, it's like nobody calls on the phone and talks to nobody.
No, yeah,
anymore.
absolutely correct.
Or sends a text that says, let's talk. Or even if they do, sometimes people, they screenshot whatever text messages they were, this, that, and the third, and put them on the internet anyway.
Yeah.
So
right.
these niggas with some shit is from a different cloth now. I mean, me personally, if it bothered him that bad, I think he should have just called him on the phone and had a conversation with him.
That's what I'm saying.
And if I would have been Damar, I feel he would have had every right to tell Adrian to go fuck himself.
Exactly.
But
and
I really don't. Maybe something's wrong with me. I ain't understand the big deal.
Yeah, and that's my thing. Like he said, like the jacket was a blue jacket it was like a Letterman jacket. It had the either white or cream sleeves, and then it was like navy blue or like royal blue, I should say. And then it had it was like a cross, which looked like Jesus. It was portraying Jesus on a cross, but his face was like in the shape of SpongeBob. It looked like SpongeBob, and then he had a human body, and the top of it said eternal. Now, when Adrian Peterson first said something, like he just aired him out on Twitter. That was the first time he had said something. Like he said he didn't like it, how it was blasphemous and blah blah blah. First of all, you're nobody to be calling anything blasphemous. Like, nigga, you're not God. So that's not blasphemous, you know what I mean? Like it probably said something bad, like it probably looked bad, but it's not blasphemous for him to be wearing that, you know what I mean? Like, so he did an interview and they was asking him what the doctor said and all of that other stuff. I think it was on Good Morning America or something like that. And they asked him about the jacket, and he was like, well, I was only wearing the jacket because it said eternal. Now, whether he telling the truth or not, we don't know. But he was like, I was only wearing the jacket because it said eternal, and I am forever eternally grateful to my Savior, you know what I mean, for saving my life, because I was dead for a second. You know what I mean? Like, so that's why I was wearing it. I wasn't wearing it to be malicious or mock Christianity or nothing like that. Like, he's like, I believe in God just like everybody else, you know what I mean, or whatever. And
so I'm
not really that bad of it. It's not.
I'm looking at it like it.
It's just art. It's not that bad for real. And like I said, my thing is when niggas go straight to social media and post something, your whole the whole purpose of your of whatever you was trying to do is now been like looked at sideways by me, because why did you have to go on social media and say something? Why couldn't you just hit whoever directly? And clearly Adrian Peterson, you can get his information. You know what I mean? Like, you're not opposed to that. You didn't have to, all you got to do is pull him to the side and be like, hey dog, like, I just don't think that this was a good representation of what you was trying to do, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Now, again, like you said, he had all rights to be like, man, fuck you. Like, I'll wear what I want to wear. I'm grown. But he didn't. You know what I mean? He was like, I apologize if I offended anybody.
Probably would have been bad optics if he would have did that.
Yeah, but still, like, you're not going to tell me what to wear as a grown man, my nigga. Like,
he even said,
and who are you to me? He ain't no role model or nothing like that.
He even said, like, you know, the coat is abstract art to him, so that's all he was looking at. Like,
it wasn't that serious. But it just took all of the whole, whatever he was trying to say, it all went out the window when it went to social media for me. You know what I mean? Like, the whole situation was done after that. Because I'm like, you could have just hit him. You could have just hit him behind the scenes and called it a day. You know what I mean? It didn't even have to get out. Yeah. He wouldn't even have to apologize or nothing like that. But, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, Adrian Peterson, he's
that's
30,
weird to me,
he's
man.
37 years old. Like, I don't... I didn't understand the point.
Yeah, I didn't understand the point either. I didn't know why that was a thing. And again, like, I don't understand why people just have to voice their opinions on social media, man. If it's real, because my thing is this, like, if for anybody that really knows me, you know what I mean? Like, if we texting and we start arguing through text message or we having a disagreement, once I get to a certain point, I'm calling you. I don't give a fuck. Like, you're gonna be expecting a text message, but nigga, you about to pick up the phone. I've done that with my siblings when we have been talking and we've gotten into it. Like, I stopped texting and then just put my shit on and just showed up at the crib. Like, what are we really talking about? Because at some point, you know what I mean, like, that shows how serious the conversation is and how serious the situation is. But if I got an issue with you, you know what I mean, we text and I got an issue with you, and the first thing I do is go to social media and post it, you're gonna be like, look at this clown ass nigga. Like, why would he go on there and say something instead of just continuing to come to me directly?
You got 6 kids with 6 different women.
That's wild, bro. Like, how you
But
doing?
you Christian.
Yeah, like,
you had all these kids out of wedlock. You full
wild,
of shit,
man.
Yeah,
you full of shit. Shut up, bro. Like, that's wild. But like I said, can salute to Hamlin, because
you know
he apologized and everything.
He explained his reasoning for wearing it. He said he meant no religious disrespect. He said to him, it was abstract art. That's why he wore it, and got no reason to think the kid is lying. You got to remember, Damar Hamlin is a kid. He's only, what, 23?
Yeah, he's a kid for real.
Fuck Adrian.
And not only that, but all of these other celebrities be wearing all of this other weird stuff that make them.
What the fuck is this thing with the red boots? Have you seen this shit?
Ugly ass boots.
Is that what those are?
Yeah, man. Like, people wearing all of them.
What the fuck is that?
These niggas be wearing skirts and stuff like that. Nobody gets
Juju Smith-Schuster wore a kilt.
Man, nobody gets. They don't be saying nothing to none of them. You know what I mean? Like, niggas just love to take, like, he's in a spotlight for a reason now. Like, and Adrian Peterson, I felt like since he went straight to social media, he was trying to capitalize off of that, because again, he ain't relevant either.
Nobody thinking about it.
I don't understand why irrelevant niggas keep speaking on relevant people. I don't understand it. Nobody thinking about you, bro. Nobody. We don't even care what you got to say. Like, keep your comments to yourself.
We waiting on you to get to the vote to the Hall of Fame, which I don't know with your legal issues. I don't know if
we'll see. Yeah.
I don't even know if you still go get that. Like, nigga, so
we'll see. F him. Yo, what you think about all of the what you think about all of the stuff that they shooting down?
Nigga, I don't know if that's China, aliens, what the fuck is going on?
What you think is, what's up with that, doggy?
Bro.
You think it's UFOs or
I don't know what the fuck it is. You read some things, people trying to say it's UFOs. Other motherfuckers say it's a spy cam that China did sent over here.
Do you think? All right, we're not getting on that. Never mind.
Like, bro, I don't even know.
Because I was about to say, do you think that they send this shit up there to try to start a war?
They could.
They could be, bro. Yeah. All right, we getting off of that. I'm
talking his
for
shit.
Sure. For sure.
So I don't know, bro.
All right, yeah, we gonna get off of that. All right. Random question. What's the most difficult thing about showing interest in somebody in today's world? There's no reason why I just jumped from that to that.
You like really fucked me up. There wasn't even like a smooth.
There was nothing to that. I just said I'm going into it. And
I went from a spy balloon to
that is what it is. I just had to ask the question.
As soon as I come back from the bathroom, I'm gonna answer that. I have an answer. What is the hardest part of showing interest in somebody?
Yeah.
What the hell? You want me to pick just one thing?
Tell me how you feel.
For one,
if it's more than one, let me know.
For one, everybody thinks that everybody has ulterior motives. That's the biggest thing, and
that's not
that's a problem. Because
it is a problem, but
it's a problem because everybody thinks there's ulterior motives because
there's a good reason for that though.
Because nobody trusts anybody anymore. I think the main reason is because a lot of times, like real talk, like people haven't dealt with their own bullshit.
Absolutely.
I think that's the main thing.
That's a lot of it.
And that is what leads to the I think that is what leads to the people thinking the ulterior motives, and sometimes you can't see a motherfucker's true.
I agree with you, but to me personally, from where I'm at mentally and emotionally and everything right now, I think the biggest thing to me would be like whether they're gonna match the energy after you let them know that you're interested. You know what I mean? Like, because y'all could be vibing while y'all getting to know each other, and you know what I mean? Yeah, you can show interest by doing certain things in certain ways, blah blah blah. But I'm talking about like when you really let like shorty know like, yo, I'm feeling you, I'm ready to take this to another level, blah blah blah. Like, is the energy gonna remain the same and continue to progress? You know what I mean? If y'all do agree to go along with this and actually try something. Like that would be my thing. Like, how long before this just becomes boring for either one of them? That would be my the scariest thing about it, about showing interest today.
That could,
like, is it gonna continue to be matched though?
But that's kind of a chance you have to take in order to pursue someone.
True. But I'm just saying that you have to take the chance. I'm just saying that's the hardest thing, though. For me, that would be my hardest thing right now.
I think a lot of us people who haven't dealt with their own shit.
Huh?
I think a lot of us people who haven't dealt with their own shit.
Absolutely. And you mean that by...
And there's so... Well, for one...
Do you mean that...
You got some people who have natural trust issues either because they got a mom issue, they got a dad issue. That last motherfucker that he was with... like really fucked them over.
What about childhood?
That too. Just like sometimes people, unrelated trauma that hasn't been addressed or processed. You try to move on with your life. Sometimes that shit ain't easy.
Would you ever be in a poly relationship?
I think where are we going? Oh.
That has nothing. That had nothing to do with anything.
At this point in my life, no.
You would not.
No. I don't like to share.
But you would have back in the day?
Probably. Because I would have just looked at the fun aspect. Here's the thing you gotta understand. And I know people who have juggled multiple women, this, that, and the other. Here's the thing you gotta understand. When it's just you and another person, that's already different personalities that you have to try and find a way to make mesh.
Correct.
You bring a side piece or something else into that, even if they both know about each other, no two people are exactly the same. I don't care what you say.
Right.
The motherfuckers be having different personalities, different mood swings, different periods. I mean, don't get me wrong, like there can be benefits to it. I ain't got it in me. And I don't like, well, hell, you already know, I only got about 3 people in my circle as it is. So, and you one of them. So, like, I don't think. I know how selfish and how unconsciously thoughtless I can be sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't think it would work for me. I don't think I'm at a place where I would want to try it.
Okay.
If I was still in my 20s, mid or late, I might have gave it a shot. The idea of it, like, yeah, 2 motherfuckers on the same page. Maybe I'm getting threesomes wherever I want. I want to be with you today, I'll be with them. Separate day nights for the group, and then separate day. Like, I might have been there. And see, that just seemed like a lot of work to me.
That's a lot of work.
Nigga, I ain't got. Now I
That's
know
a lot of work.
I know somebody that does it. It works for them, and power to you.
Is it sustainable though?
They've been doing it for a minute.
Sheesh. Don't you get tired?
They've been doing it for a minute.
Is it two guys and a girl? 2 girls and a girl?
It's a dude. It's a guy and 2 girls. They've been doing it for a minute.
That's a lot of work, man. Why?
I don't.
Salute to him, because
I ain't
it ain't in me either. I was just curious as to
I
how you felt about that. But
different strokes for different folks.
should a man be bashed for allowing a woman to take care of him?
That's tough. The man in me wants to say, yeah, he should.
Why? Why does the man in you say
It's
that?
just not a manly look. Well, wait. Are we saying financially take care of him? I need to take my answer back. When you say take care, what exactly are we talking about?
Let's just say let's say financially.
So basically, you're asking, should a man be bashed for being a house husband?
Is it okay for should he be bashed for being a house husband?
No,
But you said the man you want to say
because that's just a man in me. It's like you want to.
because it's not a man.
It was just because of how I was raised,
Yeah.
but
no, he shouldn't,
no.
because it's no different than a housewife.
Case in point, Rihanna worth $1 billion. What's ASAP honestly probably worth? Maybe a couple million. Let's be generous. Be generous and say 20. Yeah, let's give him 20.
He got that.
Give him 20.
He can have that. She's a billion. I'm not working no more. Now, if I'm him, I'm not thinking about no music ever again. All I gotta do is marry her and secure this, and that's it.
Oh, but trust, there'll be a prenup.
Oh, for sure.
She gonna take care of
For
it.
sure.
But
still.
But primarily, she's automatically the breadwinner.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to bash him. He happened to vibe with somebody who got it like that.
In lamest terms, he can take care of himself because he's probably worth a few men. But she's definitely the breadwinner.
I'm just curious.
You know what I mean? Like, so I don't think that, I think that it's just as equal if a man, you know what I mean, was with a chick and he was with her through high school or whatever. Shit, even if he wasn't with her through high school, if he ended up meeting her and the love is genuine and she's
according to the internet, he got a net worth of $20 million.
You was right. On point.
Which sometimes the internet be fluctuating.
Yeah.
So let's say maybe he's worth 10.
Okay.
Still.
Yeah, still. He
I
can take care of himself.
I honestly think it depends on the situation. Me personally, I could not be a house husband. I gotta have some type of purpose other than the house.
What? Okay. Yeah, I get that.
Now, I'm not gonna
Would you be?
I'm not gonna let pride cheat me out of something.
Yeah.
But I still would have to have something to do other than that. Even if it's a part-time, okay, if I'm fucking working for Meals on Wheels, I got to have some. Because don't get me wrong, like if I meet somebody that's worth, I meet somebody worth 20, 30 million. You know, I am coming with my little 65,000 some change. Yeah, it's obvious I ain't running shit. So,
but you would still work. You would be okay with just working whatever, and her being the breadwinner.
Yeah, because
like her taking care of all of the bills and stuff. You would be okay with that? If she like, I got the bills. You just pay
no, but I would also be a realist. Because if she's worth that much, she's already living in a different lifestyle than I am. I'm gonna pay my own way on some shit. Because automatically, I probably can't afford to live where she live.
Yeah.
You know, this, that, and the other. But I gotta pay. I gotta pay something. That's just me. Because the last thing I would want to feel like, even if it's not necessary, I don't want to feel like a freeloader. And that's how I'm gonna feel. I'm paying something. Hell, cable bills. I'm paying something. Like, I'm paying something.
Okay.
So, but I don't think I you know, every situation is different. Now, if a motherfucker's just, I do think he should be bashed. Like if it's a nigga like not even trying. If you like, cause I've seen motherfuckers just stumble into a good situation.
But do we bash women for that though? We don't bash women for that because I just seen an interview with two women that looked like they was from like Argentina or something. Beautiful women though. And they came over to America, they got married, you know what I mean? Like, and they was asking them, what do y'all do? And they like, we don't do nothing but spend money. Like, what do you do? She was like, I do nothing but spend my husband's money. And it, like, nobody was like, oh my God, like they just spend, like, but if it's a man, you're not gonna bash her for that though. But if it's a man just letting a woman take care of him, he get bashed. Like,
so
what if she like that?
If you would have let me finish, which is why I said I think it depends. It went down the wrong way. It depends on the individuals. If I got it like that and don't need her to work, okay, fine, don't work. Is what it is. If I got it like that, I'll tell you right now, I ain't got it like that.
But what if she got it like that, and she like, you don't have to work if you don't want to?
I would tell her, thank you for giving me that option, but I have to do something. Okay, you don't want me to work for somebody. Okay, fine. Maybe you can invest. Maybe I might have a bit. I got to have something to do.
Which I agree with.
Now, I would like to think if the role was reversed, the person I'm dealing with would have some type of ambition to, especially where I'm at right now. I ain't having no more kids, so you ain't gonna be home raising my kids. Damn near grown. You're not gonna be. So, I mean, not to be crass, but if you just sitting at the crib spending my money waiting on me to fuck you, then you got another thing coming. That ain't what I need. I just want to fuck. I can pay somebody for that. I'm just being honest.
Nah, that's true.
I'm making it like, if I'm one of them type motherfuckers, I can just pay.
That's a fact.
I can pay somebody for that.
That's a fact.
And not have you in my house and in my life. So
yeah.
But like, if she would tell me that, I'd be like, okay, well, I've always wanted to try it. Would you mind? And I'd do it like it was some real business type shit. Because whatever you put in, I'm gonna make sure you get it back. Because I want it to be mine. But yeah, I gotta do something.
Okay.
Now, don't get me wrong. I might fuck around for a couple months just because she let me.
Yeah.
I get to sit here and chill. Just make sure you got some food when you get old, baby. I got you. I might fuck around for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I gotta. But I don't think. Yeah, because we live in a society now where some of these chicks is out here killing it.
Mm-hmm.
And they married to a motherfucker who don't make half as much as them. They just their chosen field. They out here killing it right there.
Okay, so whose standards are higher?
That's why I don't understand why people have a problem with the 50-50 shit.
Men or women?
I do understand why people have a problem with it. I think it's funny. Because I think that's where some men fuck up. If you living with somebody and doing 50-50, I think some women don't have a problem with that. I think where the problem comes in is that if it's 50-50 and you try not to let her have an opinion, that's where the problem comes in. Because I'll be the first to admit, and this might sound chauvinistic and old school, but if I'm footing everything, you ain't paying nothing, I'm taking care of you, then to a degree, by definition, in some ways, it's my way or the highway.
If you paying for everything.
If I'm doing it all, I mean, you still gonna get your. I'm still gonna respect you as my woman, this, that, and the other. But all the say-sos with me. That's just how I feel. If I'm taking care of everything. But if we 50-50, no, nigga, you have to let her have a say, because you ain't doing this by yourself.
It's true.
And I think that's sometimes where the problem comes. You got some of these motherfuckers that do that 50-50 shit, but then you want to run shit like she ain't doing nothing. You can't do that. That's not the case. That's a topic for another day. What was you saying? Who has what?
Higher standards, men or women?
In terms of like what, dating and shit?
Yes. Dating financially. I want to say women, only because the average man is honestly really a simple cat. Agreed.
The majority of us are like they try to say men are hard to figure. The majority of we're not that fucking complicated. We really ain't. Now there are some outliers who are extra for no reason.
How does that play along with standards, though?
Because I don't think a man's standard is honestly. I think women's standards are higher. And the sad thing is, I think it's too subjective of a topic to honestly try and classify it as who's higher.
I think
I'll put it to you like this: my standards, probably by a lot of motherfuckers' definitions, are low. Don't get me wrong. I don't want no bitch off the corner.
right.
But I'm not looking for Beyonce or Megan Thee Stallion either. You know, I know what I like and what I don't like.
Right.
And certain things mesh we good. I'm not one of them people to where she got to have this level of education. She can't weigh over this. The ass got to look like this. She needs to make this. She got to be. I'm not one of them type motherfuckers.
I don't think I've ever met a man that was one of them type of people.
Shit.
I have not.
Okay, we can go out one night. I can introduce you to a couple.
I've never heard a man say, I want a woman that makes this type of money and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, they out there.
I've never heard that.
They out there. Well, you don't watch enough television. They
No,
out,
I don't.
Hey,
Clearly.
trust me. They out there.
I believe it, but I've never heard it. I've never heard anybody
there are some that you could say, if this is a good or a bad thing, there are some that you could say might be worse than females.
Maybe.
Because I think sometimes with some of that shit, people are just, I don't know. I think sometimes with some shit, people are just unrealistic.
But I'm just saying personally, I've never met anybody. But
To me, I think you're ignorant. Like if you look like Tommy from the corner, but you want to make the stallion, hold on, time out. We need to.
Yeah.
Let's bring
Standards are higher, but men's demands are higher than women's. In a sense, because
Isn't that kind of the same thing?
nah, because I would think that a demand is like something that I'm just not gonna settle for.
Well, but if a
And a standard is just like a standard is just like what you expect. You know what I mean? Like,
but they can be synonymous.
Yeah.
They can be synonymous and mean the same thing.
I guess so.
Because if you have certain standards,
Okay, so I guess I would say that women's standards are higher. And the reason that I say that is because most women want, like, if we just saying overall, most women gonna say that they want a man that's taller than them. They want a man that makes this amount of money. You know what I mean? Like, blah blah blah. And like I said, to me personally, I've never met a man that said, "Yo, when I find my wife, like she's got to be this tall, or she's got to be this type of high, she got to make this type of money, or blah blah." That's just not a common thing to me. When men are talking about when they're looking for their wife and their demands, like it's more on the emotional side.
I think if you were to break down and really ask them, it would be a lot more common. Because truth be told, it's not something. I don't think that's something that men really sit and talk about every day.
What?
Not like women do. Standards and what we look for.
Yeah.
I don't think it come up in every day.
And just on the fact that, like, I guess you would say some of these less attractive women are still ending up pregnant and stuff like that. So somebody boning them. You know what I mean? Like, absolutely. Somebody boning them.
It's ugly niggas having kids too. So
it's ugly niggas having kids as well.
There it goes.
Absolutely.
Like they say, right. I don't know where they at, but there's somebody for everybody. That's what they say.
That's a fact. But niggas be cheating down though, which I never understood. Like,
bitches do too.
I know. It's
we're probably worse, but
probably.
No, I can't say probably. We are.
We are for sure.
Yeah. Just go to show you sometimes it's not about them looks.
Yeah,
it's about some shit you gotta, nigga. Just about some shit you gotta do. It ain't always about them looks.
All right.
Sometimes it's literally just something for the night.
Yeah.
You just need to get that out.
A little question I wanted to get out there real quick.
This nigga went way rogue on some of this shit.
Yeah, I just was asking questions. I just wanted to know some stuff. But our last two little topics are going to be kind of serious. We just wanted to get all of that stuff out of the way. So these last two topics are going to be in light of the El Paso, Texas shooting, which it was a mall shooting, which I think it started in the food court amongst two groups, and it ended out in a shootout. And I think one person ended up dying on that, and in that shootout. And the Michigan State shooting, was this? I don't know. Was this? Did anybody die in that Michigan State?
3 people.
3 people.
3 died, 5 injured.
Who was the dude? Do we know? Was he like an ex-student or something?
The thing I was reading made it seem like he had no affiliation with the school whatsoever.
Oh, okay. Well,
and he killed himself. He was a black dude too. His name was Anthony McRae, 43 years old, lived in Lansing, Michigan. Yeah, it says he had no known connection to the university. Said he was born in Delaware, raised in New Jersey, moved to Michigan in 2003. Was arrested in 2019 for carrying a weapon without a concealed pistol license. Initially charged with a felony. Pled guilty to misdemeanor unlawful possession of a loaded firearm as part of an agreement in 2019. He was sentenced to 12 months probation, which for some reason was later extended to 18 months. And in May 2021, he was discharged from probation. And because he was not a convicted felon, his ban on possessing weapons ended with his probation. Only thing that really comes up, his father says he had anger issues developed after said his son did have some anger issues, and after the death of his mom in 2020, they said he became real reclusive and socially isolated and started to get evil and mean and just didn't care about anything anymore.
Okay, so the point of this is, in this last topic, is it was senseless. Like, it was a senseless act there. It was a senseless act in El Paso. We want to send our condolences to everybody that lost somebody, to the families and stuff like that. And here, personally, where we live at, another incident happened maybe a week and a half ago where there was a student that was going to a high school and the stepfather came to the school. Now, there's two stories that I heard. I'm not really sure which one is true, but from what I heard is the first story was the stepfather was touching the kid, and she went to school and told the counselors and them like that, or told all of them. And when he came to the school to defend himself or something, he disappeared and ended up killing himself in a classroom. And the second story I heard is he came to the school because he said he was in some trouble and he couldn't go back out because if they caught whoever he was in trouble with, if they caught him, he was going to end up dying. And then he went into the room, disappeared or whatever, and then killed himself or whatever. I don't know which story is true. It doesn't even matter. But that happened here. You know what I mean? Like, and it was a senseless act. Like he said, the black guy that did the Michigan State shooting, no affiliation whatsoever. You know what I mean? Like, there's no rhyme or reason for this type of stuff. Like, and the crazy thing about it is, like, again, Red, like, it's so hard for me to decipher when this stuff is like, it's hard for me not to feel like numb over this type of stuff because it's becoming so common. You know what I mean? Like, we just wake up every day and there's just another mass shooting or another suicide or something like that. And it's become like, I've become desensitized to this stuff because, like, once it hits social media, it's like, for me, the whole validity of the situation, like, is dimmed down. It's like when you get a new car, and as soon as you drive it off the lot, it depreciates. Like, once it hits social media, it's like the whole thing is it just gets canceled out for whatever was the real issue. And the reason I say that is because the situation here in Pickerington, like, we all know, like, we have a friend in law enforcement, and he has people, he has friends that their kids go to the school. You know what I mean? Like, and as soon as it happened, you know what I mean, they let all of the kids out of school. Nobody's seen this happen. Nobody heard it. Nobody's seen it get done. Nobody even seen the body at the school. But the parents took the kids out of school and they immediately jumped on social media and they was like, my kid is so traumatized, blah, blah, blah. And our friend is like, I know for a fact that your kid had nothing. They didn't see it. They didn't even know about it. So why are you so quick to jump on social media and post this trauma on your kid? You know what I mean? Like, and they didn't even see this. How are they traumatized? You know what I mean? Like, and the point of that whole situation is, no matter what the reason that man killed himself, no matter what the reason is, he was crying out for help because he went to a high school and did it. But he did it away from everybody. So he wanted to be found. He wanted to be seen. You know what I mean? And I'm guessing it's the same thing with the guy from Michigan State. Something was going on where he was crying out for help, and he figured that was the last thing to do. You know what I mean? Like, and it's senseless and it's stupid, but nobody's really getting to the real reason why all of these mass shootings and stuff happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's always too late. And the thing that kills me is, once they do all of the damage and then the reports come out, then they want to say, oh, they had mental issues back then. or then they want to say, oh, well, his mom died and he's just been an angry person since then. But nobody paid attention to this stuff when these people was alive. You know what I mean? To possibly prevent this stuff. We'll never know because now everybody's dead. Or they're killing themselves or whatever. They in jail for the rest of their lives. We'll never know. But something is always being shown because there's always a report as, oh, they wrote this note that was alarming and we just overlooked it, or they was talking like this on Twitter or their Facebook, or they wrote this or they wrote that. Like, there's always a sign before this stuff happens. You know what I mean? But once it hits social media, all of that goes out of the window. Like, it's all an attention grab from that point forward.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about anything once it hits social media. Because you just take the attention away from the whole situation.
Right.
You know what I mean? This man went and killed himself, but you so quick to get on social media and be like, my kid is so traumatized. Ma'am, sir, your kid ain't traumatized. And from what I was hearing, he was like, I know these people directly. Like, these are good friends of mine. You know what I mean? And I know for a fact that their kids did not have to see anything. So how are they traumatized? They didn't have to hear it or nothing. And it's just so messed up to me. Like, because of that reason, I'm now starting to become desensitized to these shootings and stuff. I'm just like, oh, another shooting? Who gonna try to capitalize off of this one? You know what I mean? Like, I know it's too late now. Like, it sucks that it's a mass shooting. You know what I mean? Like, once again, here we go hearing about this stuff. And I don't know what happened, Red. But when I was a kid, I didn't hear nothing about this stuff when I was in school. I do not remember nothing about no mass shootings. Maybe a bomb threat every once in a while. I knew niggas used to be like, yo, I'm gonna call in and make a bomb threat so we can be out of school. You know what I mean? Something like that. But I don't remember nothing about no mass shootings and stuff.
I think the first one I remember was
ever.
In my early 20s, I think, and you would have been in your early teens. The first one I remember, I think, is Columbine.
Columbine, yep. That was it. The first time I've ever heard about it. But even that was far in between.
I'm not desensitized to them, especially the ones that involve children. I'm not desensitized to them because when one does happen, I don't know. I don't want to say I get a feeling of hopelessness, but I don't know. I just feel fucked up because it's like okay, the Michigan State thing with that guy. Other than it, because when you read about it, the first thing I look at is, okay, well, this looks like a man that for whatever reason couldn't, as a grown man, because he was my age, for whatever reason, couldn't process his mom's death that just happened literally like 2 years ago. And for whatever reason, he just went to a dark place. And I think what makes it unfortunate is that you altered a total of 8 lives. You killed 3 of them and 5 people you put in the hospital. And I shouldn't just say 8 lives because I don't know how many people were on campus that day. And I think that's the part that makes it fucked up. It's just like, it's some random shit. You weren't a student, you weren't a former student, you weren't an employee. Michigan State didn't kill your mom. Like,
yeah. That's why I said it's.
If you, I guess, sometimes like when I see shit like that, it makes me. Like, what was the point of hurting the other? If you was gonna kill yourself, just kill yourself. Like, what was the point of?
It's
What was the point of doing that?
it's a senseless act, but like I
To the
said,
other
like
people.
afterwards, then they want to say he never recovered from his mom's death. You know what I mean? Like, and as we know, like that is a real thing. Like that's why people say Kanye went crazy. Now he ain't killing people, but I mean, they think he a loony, and they say he ain't been right since his mom died.
No, well, he's starting to look smart now because the word is Adidas trying to bring him back since he
Mhm.
lost $1 billion.
Yep.
Anyway, but I just, you pray for the fallen. I think sometimes too, it's very rare. I do think sometimes, I'm gonna make some people mad. I do think sometimes you have to have empathy for the people like this guy, because like I said, it's one thing to snap and to kill yourself, or to even kill people that may have been directly involved with whatever you think happened to get you to this point. But it's even more like, well, to go pick random strangers, like, you know, you're so fucked up in the head that you just, like, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate all the way around.
It is. It is.
I'm not gonna say we need better gun control or nothing like that, because I'm a person who owns guns, but
Definitely unfortunate.
it's sad.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad.
I do agree with you in the terms of it's sad that it seems like it's becoming more and more random.
More random and more often. It's like once one start, we have a little spurt of them. Then it's a little stop. Then there's another spurt of them. Like, and I don't know, man. I don't know. It's sad, but
And it's like I said, it's what makes it even more unfortunate is the ripple effect.
yeah, it sucks.
Because now you're gonna have all the people saying, okay, well, this is why we don't need guns. Like, it's gonna go into,
Yep.
and it's gonna start all these other arguments.
Yep.
And I think the thing it makes people forget is sometimes, and I'm not trying to downplay mental health or anything, sometimes people are just reprehensible, man. And there ain't no more to it. I get, his mom died. I remember how crushed I was when mine died. And I remember I went to a dark place. I don't think I spoke to nobody for like 3 fucking months. I ain't talked to nobody. I barely spoke to my kids. I went to work and literally stayed in the house. I didn't go out. I didn't go nowhere. But, you know, everybody's different. But yeah, like the ripple effects that come with all this shit. Even somebody does suicide, like it's hard for me sometimes to feel empathy for them people, because like
It's selfish.
the destruction you leave in your wake.
It's not selfish. Both of them. Both acts are selfish.
It's like what the,
Suicidal acts and just randomly.
it's like, what was the
killing
thing in
random
Utah where the
strangers.
guy, I think his wife, he found out, he thought his wife was gonna file for divorce, so you killed her, and then you killed your own kids.
Yeah.
And then shot you. Like, I don't.
Wow.
And that happened. That was just within the last couple months. And like I said, the ripple effect, because it's like the little shit they trying to do with, you know, changing how we live and all this other shit with this, like all this shit in one way or another ties in, like with inflation and everything else. It's just, like I said, the ripple effect is. And then now, and some people that were there, now those people, you're gonna go buy guns. You're gonna have more guns on the street. Like I said, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
And I don't want to take away from the victims, because nothing trumps that. But it's unfortunate, man.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, it's wild, it's senseless, it's selfish, it's all of that. And again, like I hate that once it hits social media, to me, the value of the actual situation just depreciates because, like you said, like even with showing interest in somebody, you just feel like everybody have an ulterior motive with
And
something.
it shouldn't matter, and I shouldn't have said it. It just caught me off guard. Shouldn't have mattered that it was. And there are some people that are going because it always plays in. This is not a race thing.
Mm-mm. Nope.
It's shocking sometimes when you see it's a black person because normally this is just not something that's affiliated with us.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because some people are just fucked up.
Yep.
There's no other way around that. They just fucked up.
Yep. So, all right. Enough of that. All right, guys. That was topic of the day. We was just rambling a little bit, but I felt like we had some good topics there. We had a few good points there. You know what I mean? We just wanted to come and shoot the shits with y'all. But that was topic of the day. We're gonna move on over to the next segment for the music group right now, which, as you guys know, like Red don't really be having nothing when it comes to music because it don't. Really
I be late
to drop.
I be late on music. Sometimes shit'll be out before. Because I'm old school. I listen to a lot of old shit. So sometimes by the time something get to me,
it's been out for a minute.
It's been out for a minute. So don't judge. Because like I said, a lot of this new shit I can't get into it.
Yeah, word.
So I'll talk to him for that. But I don't think nothing's even really.
Yeah.
Has anything even came out worth
a few things. Eric Bellinger dropped his another album, which is part 2 of 100 Hit Easy Line 2. This is Line 2. The first one was Line 1. That joint is kind of groovy. It's like a little, I guess you can call it an EP with Hitmaker. So he make half of the beats and whatnot. But that joint is out. My girl Sabrina Claudio, she dropped an album recently. Jacquees dropped an album called Sincerely For You. I listened to that joint, it's not bad. And I would say that Justine Skye would probably be the last thing that I've been listening to. Justine Skye dropped Dark Side, which I think that stuff is old. She just like redid some songs and stuff like that. But other than that, I don't think anything popular, anything like that came out.
See what I'm saying? See, all them people.
Yeah.
All them people you just said.
You don't listen to none of them.
I don't know not one of them motherfuckers.
See, yeah. It's all good.
I don't know not a fucking I don't know not a fucking one.
Yeah, it's cool. It's all good. But yeah, that's it for Music Loop. Not a lot of music have dropped.
You know what? And I think we talked about this last time. I'm gonna bring it up again because I thought there was some fuck shit they did, and even though I'm not the biggest fan, the Grammys dog Beyonce.
Did they? She won, didn't she?
From what? Which is my point. How you win 4 from one album and then lose album of the year? Explain that to me.
Well, how didn't Chris Brown win R&B album of the year or R&B artist? But
I ain't talking about Chris right now.
They always jerk it.
They was gonna fuck over Chris regardless.
It is what it is, bro. She still came away with 4.
But how you not give her album of the year? If I win 4 from one album, that should automatically.
Who knows, bro?
Who beat Chris? Who was it who beat Chris?
Some random dude.
Because he put that post up.
It was some random person.
I don't even think I've ever even heard.
Me either. But that's how they do at the Grammys. It's a good accolade, but they don't do right by people.
That's why Eminem said what he said. Like, don't ask me to come no more.
Yeah, they just don't do right by people. So it's not even a surprise that
you got me wanting to look that up. Who did beat Chris?
I don't even know the dude's name.
Because I remember he posted about it. Like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, yeah, who is that guy? But yeah, that's that. As he's looking that up. we're gonna just jump on over into the last segment of the show, which is cheers. And this is the part where we just say goodbye to you guys. We also thank you for staying this long because Red and I just like to talk. And it's probably not going to be 3 hours, but this raw footage says 3 hours and 30 minutes. So we just been talking, you know what I mean? But anyways, thank you guys for staying this long up until the end of the show. We just want to say thank you. We appreciate all of the support, all of the likes, all of the comments, all of the supporters and followers that stay with us this long. Is only going to get better. So we just ask that you just spread the word so we can get some newcomers on the board with us. You know what I mean? Like,
Couldn't even find it. I got tired of looking. But yeah, it was some no name motherfucker.
Yeah, some no name. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys for everything. All of the support this far. This is cheers.
I drank my beer.
You have. That's it? You ain't got nothing?
Shit, bro. I only brought 3. I ain't stopped at the store.
Oh, okay. Do you want some wine?
No.
All right.
No.
Okay, cool. All right, well, I'm gonna cheers and just say thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. We will see you guys on the next go round. Thank you guys. We love you. We love you. This is Trenton's Tavern.
I'll let
We'll
y'all.
see y'all on the next go round. You feel me?
Peace.
Cheers out.
Please call